Okay, if you're an entrepreneur, a creator, an artist, you know this feeling, right? That struggle to find your unique spot in a world that just feels completely packed. It's got to be one of the biggest questions we all face. So, how do you actually carve out your own space? Well, let's dive in and figure it out. First things first, let's just call it what it is. It's this overwhelming, sinking feeling that you're just too late to the party. You feel creatively landlocked. Like you have this amazing idea for a unique coffee shop, but a quick Google search shows there are 3 on every single block, and each one already has its die-hard fans. And this question, it was pulled straight from an entrepreneur forum on Reddit, and man, it just gets right to the heart of it. It's such a simple, honest question, and I'm willing to bet a lot of you have felt this exact same way. It's that raw feeling of having all the drive in the world, but zero direction. And this thought, this is the idea killer right here. It crushes so many great projects before they even get off the ground. It feels like you're trying to build an incredible sandcastle, but the tide of these established giants, the Amazons, the eBays, just keeps washing it all away. Every path seems like it's already been paved, and it is crowded. This right here perfectly captures what we call the saturation mindset. It's this mental trap you fall into. You start to believe competitors are lurking around every corner, that the only way to win is to slash your prices, and that any genuinely unique idea you have is just going to get copied tomorrow. It puts you on the defense, constantly reacting instead of creating. So the big question is, how do you break free from that? For years, the conventional wisdom has been pretty clear. Stop looking out at the market and start looking in at yourself. The idea is, if the market isn't unique, then you have to be. Yep, the old school advice, make yourself the brand. This is the playbook championed by experts at places like Forbes. It's all about using your story, your personality, and your unique perspective as the very thing that sets you apart from all that noise. And it usually comes with this classic 5-step process. 1, define who you are, your values, your voice. 2, create a consistent online presence so people know what they're getting. 3, get out there and network. Collaborate with people. 4, publish high-quality content. And 5, the bedrock of it all, be authentic and transparent. And here's exactly why this approach works. This quote from Yasmin Walter just nails it. We're wired for human connection. A strong personal brand taps right into that deep-seated need, building trust in a way that some generic corporate logo never, ever could. Now look, this is all solid advice for building a professional presence. It works. But what if the whole approach is built on a flawed premise? What if this endless hunt for a niche to fit into, even a personal one, means we're all just playing the wrong game? This is where we flip the script entirely. Instead of searching for a niche out there, the real game-changing idea is to build it from in here. This isn't about finding a market anymore. It's about becoming one. This is the core idea from thinkers like Dan Koe and Sasha Toys. It's so simple, but it's incredibly profound. The most profitable niche is you. It's not some category you go out and find. It's the unique, uncopyable intersection of who you already are. You can see the difference so clearly here. The old way is all about finding a predefined box and then competing for a spot inside it. But the new way? It's about building your very own platform from your unique story. One is static and feels really limiting. The other is dynamic, and it's free to evolve as you do. Seriously, think about it. There is literally no one else on this planet who has your exact blend of skills, your weird hobbies, the life lessons you've learned, and your personal point of view. When you build a brand around that unique combination, competition just kind of evaporates. You're not just in a category of one, you are the category. Okay, so if you are the niche, how do you actually build a business around that? Well, the answer is powerful, authentic storytelling. So let's break down how you can turn your personal story into a brand that people genuinely connect with. Brand storytelling is your absolute key tool here. Think of a brand like Patagonia. You don't just buy a jacket. You buy into a whole story about adventure and environmentalism. It's about connecting on shared values and real emotion, not just a dry list of features and benefits. And the great news is, you don't have to invent this stuff from scratch. There are proven frameworks you can lean on. There's the monomyths, the hero's journey, which positions your customer as the hero. The mountain structure is amazing for building tension to a big finish. Spark Lens contrasts the world as it is with the better world you can help create. Steve Jobs was an absolute master of this. And the Petals framework lets you weave a bunch of smaller stories all around one central message.
And Danco lays out a super clear roadmap for this. Step 1, map out your ideal future. You got to know the destination. 2, learn from the best by intelligently imitating their structure, not their content. 3, outline your journey, like it's chapters in a book. 4, start writing. Create content that actually documents your journey. And finally, number 5, zoom out. Give your brain some space to connect the dots and have those aha moments.
All right, let's bring all of this together. What does this new blueprint for building a brand actually look like when you combine all these powerful ideas? If there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Stop trying to find a box to squeeze into. It's time to build your own. This is all about breaking free from the cookie-cutter templates and creating something that is uniquely, unapologetically you.
So here it is, the new playbook, all synthesized down. Your foundation? That's the professionalism you get from classic personal branding. But your core idea? That's the radical authenticity of knowing you are the niche. Your execution? You use those powerful storytelling frameworks to share your journey. And the result? You get an authentic, evolving brand that's impossible to copy because it is genuinely, truly yours.
You see, by sharing your journey, the struggles, the lessons, the victories, you're doing so much more than just building a brand. As Danco says right here, you become a lighthouse for other people on a similar path. You offer them not just a product or a service, but you give them hope and you show them a way forward. Your story is your brand's DNA. It's the raw material for everything you're going to build. So the only real question left is, what chapter are you going to write tomorrow?